Welcome one, welcome all. How are you? My name is Josh Potter. Thank you for joining us once again. We have some major changes to announce, but before we get to that, I want to let you know tonight I am going to be in Nashville. I'm probably there at this moment. So if you're around the Zanies area, please to be coming. We have a few tickets left as of this recording. I'm not sure if they'll be available, however, when this comes out. So get on it quickly if you're seeing this and find out. Tomorrow, however, if you can't make it out to Nashville, just take the quick drive to Huntsville, Alabama, because tomorrow I will be at Stand Up Live over there. Gotta say what's up. Let's see, who put this one in? Drew Beaver has submitted this Roach Motel instrumental.
That's actually pronounced Drew Bear. That's just how he spells it. Drew B-E-V-R.
Drew Bear?
Drew Bear, yeah.
All right. Well, Drew Bear, thank you for submitting that. And that brings us to our little change that we've had to make. If you notice behind me, the artwork is different. And I've been trying to avoid saying what the previous name of the show has been was called. Unfortunately, what's occurred is a manufacturer of a pest control apparatus that shares the same name has taken umbrage with us using the similar name as them, so we've had to change things, and the show will from now on be called The Josh Potter Show, just to avoid any sort of semblance of that happening ever again. So yes, I'm still the cockroach. You can still all be my little roaches. I'll forever be the cockroach. But however, you'll be checking into The Josh Potter Show henceforth instead of the previous name. So just letting you all know that. That's why the artwork's different. Also, new email. Jot this down. New email, joshpottershow@ymhstudios.com. That's joshpottershow@ymhstudios.com. Lots of things changing, moving, evolving. The second wave is here. Things are shutting down in a lot of places around the country. And more businesses are being affected. On a bit of a serious note, unfortunately, to start things off, I do want to say RIP to the Creek and the Cave in New York City, Rebecca Trent's club in Long Island City. Back when I first started doing comedy and I first started going to New York City, it was a place where I could go and get on stage, and I couldn't do it anywhere else. And Rebecca was always so welcoming to me, and she put me on some huge shows. She used to book a show called Cabin. That was at the time maybe the biggest show that I could have done. I mean, the lineups were always bananas, and I was always thankful to Rebecca for that. And I'm sorry that her club is having to close, but I know she's going to be influential in the comedy business moving forward regardless. So RIP to the Creek and the Cave. And man, it just blows. It gave a lot of comics a place to go for Thanksgivings, for Christmases, things like that. Rebecca would always, it was like a homeless shelter for comics essentially. And it's unfortunate that it's going to no longer be there. But speaking of things this isn't a change. This is more just a welcome back, so to speak. But Enny is here today again. We missed you last week, buddy. How are you feeling?
I'm better, man. I'm alive. I thought I was a goner for sure.
You thought you were a goner? You thought you had COVID? Is that the problem?
No, I was just worried. Apparently most people get recurring fevers in one sickness, but that's never happened to me before. So I just thought that was it. I mean, I ain't treated my body right for the past 30 years. So
yeah, I'm surprised you don't get sick more often.
Yeah, no, I usually never get sick, but always at least once in the transition from fall to winter, there's always some crazy sickness that just sets me off for a couple days to a week.
Yeah, so Enny has been out for, obviously he missed one episode of our show, but he's been out, for a collective almost a week here. So, got a lot of catching up to do with him. I wanted to ask you, Enny, how do I get my girlfriend to buy me a PlayStation 5?
How you get your girlfriend to buy you a PlayStation 5?
Yeah, I figured you'd know about that.
Nah, I don't know anything. I don't know nothing about getting a girl to buy me nothing.
Really? Because I see on the internet just a trend happening, and I'm like, man, that is one skill black guys have that I don't. They all get their girlfriend to buy them a PlayStation 5.
Nah, man, I'm only half black, and that's the one.
That part didn't translate.
That part didn't translate. I do the buying.
Do you have any insight as to how this occurs?
I mean, you know how to get what you want from a girl. I don't want my girl to buy me a PS5. So I don't know how I would go about that. But I mean, you know how to get what you want from your girl. You know, what does she want? Do a little bit more of that and just be cute about it. You know what I mean?
Can I say this is just me projecting? But it seems like these gentlemen don't do much for these ladies to the point where they maybe don't even have jobs. And so their girl buys them a PlayStation 5 and they like almost expect it.
I mean, that's actually perfect. If you do nothing for your girl, that's the perfect starting point. Now just do one thing.
And
that's
boom,
good.
PS5. Look at that.
She's going to be like, oh my God, he's changing. He's becoming a better, what could this be? You're going to be like, man, you got to say it in passing too. Just like, I really wish I could get that PS5, man. It's so cool. But
yeah, you just kind of drop that hint.
Anyway, what you want for breakfast, baby? You know, something like that.
Oh,
just be cute about it.
Interesting. All right, we'll have to remember that. But yes, Enny, you missed last week with Tom. Also, you missed out the Buffalo Bills, my favorite football team, played against Russell Wilson most recently. And, well, not most recently, the previous week, when you weren't here. And they lit him the fuck up. Did you see that? You weren't aware?
Me? No, I didn't see that.
You were sick.
No,
you were sick, but I was like, maybe Enny will want to come over for some beers and watch the old game. But I don't.
Yeah, it maybe if I wasn't sick, man, I would have.
You had a great excuse. What would you have said if you weren't sick? You would have been like, I got this thing. I
would have said I was sick.
Yeah. I'm still sick every time I try to do it. But Russell Wilson got lit the forge up. It was pretty great. I mean, fucking 3 picks. Oh, Josh Allen threw for 415 yards, which is going to make Enny's QB picks pretty out of sorts going forward.
Well, you said there's a pick in football?
Yeah, picks meaning like that's like the slang term for interceptions.
Oh.
So when Russell throws it and the defense intercepts the ball, we call that a pick.
Oh, all right.
And a pick 6 is when you take it to the house.
I was thinking a pick of like from basketball.
Yep, different style of pick. That obviously, it's kind of a similar concept if you think about it, because you're intercepting, the potential guy who could go get the pass. You know what I'm saying? You're intercepting the body when you pick somebody in basketball, kind of pick them off. Same with like when you pick off a guy with a sniper rifle, you pick him off, you catch him as he go. Anyway. Does that work? I had to relate it to a sniper rifle, which was probably... We're getting close to the end of the bewitching hour. I'm having a harder time, as we get down to the dwindling seconds here. We don't have the Arby's sandwiches as a buffer to get me through the rest of the... That's another thing you missed out on, Enny, is Arby's. I've turned Tom Segura into an Arby's fan.
Oh, man, I was going to ask, how were those?
I thought they were just terrible. I mean, I just didn't want to eat at that moment, so anything I put in my mouth was going to be gross. But Tom enjoyed it to the point where we went out to a very nice dinner that evening, and in the beginning of it, all he could talk about was the Arby's sandwich and how he loves Arby's all of a sudden. He's like, that was really good. So I've converted the man. So maybe you should go check that out if you haven't yet, Enny. You can go check that sandwich out. That's something you should check out for like a lunch option.
Yeah, I might do it today. I might try it today, see how it is, and I'll let you know. I'll report back on the next one.
That sounds good to me. And again, folks, you can always report if you've had the Arby's sandwich or if you have anything to send along, whether it be an instrumental or an article you'd like us to look over or a video, please to be sending it to the new email address, joshpottershow@ymhstudios.com. Yes, between the YouTube and the pest control companies that don't enjoy us sharing a name, things have been a bit of a storm lately, but we're weathering it and we're moving forward. And as the nice boy hour, that's what we're going to call this, by the way, the nice boy clock. Can we put that on the clock next time? Can we just call it the nice boy clock?
I just put it on there right now.
All right, good. Nice boy clock is coming. The countdown is on. 30 seconds of being a nice boy, but we have some news to get into, and some of it is not so nice. So I'm glad that we're leaving the nice boy clock at the moment. Yes, we have, to start things off, something that, well, let's just say, what a way to go. Let's just put it that way. Yes, this person has died. Now, whether or not it's of suspect cause, we're going to find out here. The headline reads, sex addict dies from heart attack after taking Viagra and erection cream at an orgy. There's an erection cream, Enny. Did you know this?
Erection cream? No, I never heard of that.
Yes, it's something that you rub on your dick, and apparently it works the way that a Viagra would work. So this gentleman, he thought, gadunk, I'm going to Viagra it, and then I'm going to go with the cream, and we're going to be extra hard. We're talking rigor mortis type shit here. We're going to be hard as can be. So he doubled up. His name is, I'm going to say Ken Thep, 44. He died at a monthly orgy with friends after having energetic sex in a hotel suite in Samut, Prakan, Thailand, where he is believed to have taken a cocktail of drugs, including Viagra and erection cream. The cocktail including Viagra, as we mentioned, and the erection cream during the orgy. He was 44. A lot of repetition on this author's part, but he has been. What happened was he had taken a woman to his room. He emerged an hour later after probably fucking her relentlessly, and then he fell asleep in a friend's room. Now they all had a crazy orgy. A bunch of friends had a crazy orgy while he was asleep. So an hour later, they were like, "Hey, Ken, why don't you wake up there?" And they were shaking him, and he was found unresponsive. At that time, obviously he was naked from the waist down. It is understood that the marathon rub cream was included. Can we Google that? Is that made by Viagra too? Viagra marathon rub cream. Alcohol was also present at the party, including whiskey and cans of beer. The men also appeared to have a buffet of peanuts, fried chicken, and dried shrimp, because who doesn't want to eat shrimp when we're fucking? That's what I always want. The smell of shrimp at my orgy. That's, oof, nothing makes no wonder they needed to double up with the dick cream. It smells like fucking shrimp in the fucking room. So is this made by Viagra, does it say? We don't have a brand name. It looks a little sus to me. It looks a little sus Wilson to me.
It does look a little sus.
Any reviews on the product or anything like that? It looks like it's got a lot of stars there. I'd love a review from you at home. If you have tried the Marathon Rub Dick Cream, give us a personal endorsement and let us know how it goes. Josh Potter Show at ymhstudios.com. Do let us know what you think of the Marathon Rub Cream. I'm not saying try it, but I'm saying if you have, let us know. What do those reviews say, Enny? Is there any that stand out to you?
It looks like they're all about pain. It says great pain relief cream.
Pain relief. So it's like putting Bengay on your dick, but it doesn't even make it hard? That's interesting. It's so your dick gets numb from all the fucking during the orgy. It's like, can you imagine the commercial be like, I'll tell you, after my orgy, my dick is sore. Not anymore with the Marathon Rub Dick Cream. Now my dick can go all the day long fucking and sucking, and it doesn't hurt at all. But this poor guy fucking died. So there was nothing suspicious about the death at the hotel other than the cocktail of drugs. Mixing Viagra's tough to mix. I bet there was some other drugs in there that they didn't mention. They did mention alcohol, but oftentimes I've noticed, your Scott Weilands, if you will, people mixing Viagra with other drugs leads to death. And so I wouldn't do that if I were you. I wouldn't. They don't say anything about cocaine here. Usually cocaine, the suspect. But man, yeah, I can just, when you go to a Thai orgy, your dick is just it's in for a real beating, and you need to really get something. I mean, that's what this guy, maybe he didn't even understand that this was going to make his dick hard too. Maybe that wasn't his motivation for using this. It was purely for pain relief, so that he can endure, kind of like, an NFL player, they're a little sore after practice. They put a little Bengay on their arm or whatever. That's what this guy was doing with his dick. Putting this on there. Oh yeah. I wonder what it does to the lady's, her vag when you put this shit in there.
I found this new one. It says Intome Marathon Power Cream. Maybe that's the one?
Power Cream.
Maybe that's the one. It says the exclusive ingredients will stimulate circulation to provide a long-lasting and rock-solid erection. Pretty sure that's the one.
Sounds fucking cool as fuck, huh?
Ricky.com, baby.
So, I mean, have you ever used Viagra, Enny? I mean, I'm not accusing your dick of being out of sorts, but oftentimes, and, you know, I'm one of these people, it can add an inch or two, and it's fun. So, have you ever tried, is my question.
No, I've never tried.
Is it a point of pride?
No, I would do it, but you have to get like a prescription for that shit, right?
Yeah, but there's other ones.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've done the dick pills. I mean, like
Yeah.
the gas station shit that you recommended a long time ago.
You have, huh?
Yeah.
And we have no dick pill sponsors, right? So we can just talk about this willy-nilly. I'd like one if you're out there. Come on, sign up, get aboard the old Josh Potter Show. Brand new name. Get on board with the dick pill ads, please. But anywho, yes, I recommended that, and it's not a thing I recommend, by the way, but it is a nice quick fix if you do in fact need a little something. I find them to be cumbersome and a little dicey, which adds to the fun to me. But you know, the next morning I do get a little bit of a headache, especially if I've been using other things the night before. You know what I'm saying? Did you notice that when you used them?
I mean, for me, it was the way that you described it. It wasn't like anything about need. It was about fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was like my dick didn't know when to stop. You know what I mean? Like it was done, and it was like, nah. I think it's time for a little bit more. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah, it resets a little bit quicker. It's a little like, it's like Adderall for your dick.
Wow, that's actually a perfect way to describe it. It is Addy for the dick. It's dick Addy.
Yeah, that's fun. It is fun, especially when you don't have an issue, because it kind of, like you said, gives you that little extra juice. Yeah, I've tried them, and I'd like to try more varieties of them again. If you want to get aboard the old Josh Potter Show, I gotta just keep saying it so that I remember that we've changed the name. Otherwise, I will owe a lot of money to a certain pest control company. This article comes to us by way of Yahoo News, so that means it's good. Headline reads, North Carolina pastor steps down from job after a woman accused him of peeing on her during a Delta flight. We've discussed this gentleman already, so this is a follow-up to our old piss pastor, if you will. Yes, we talked about him on an earlier episode. If you didn't know, the man, you see, he was a little drunk, I'd imagine. Maybe we'll find out in this follow-up, but if you weren't for the last episode that we discussed this, the case was the man was on a flight in the middle of the night. The cabin was dark, and he stood up and he began urinating on the female passenger directly next to him. Now, she didn't notice it happening in the moment, but she woke up in a puddle of piss, and she asked what the fuck is going on. Because you can tell when it's not water. You can tell when it's piss. You know what I'm saying? Just do a little, and you go, oh yeah, that's piss. And so, you know, she knew right away. And so she asked what happened, and the pastor was like, I pissed on you, I'm sorry. And then when he was confronted about it by police, he was like, I'm a pastor, I'd never. But they were like, you admitted it on the fucking plane, blah, blah, blah. So let's see what happened to this gentleman. This is a statement from the old church that he worked at, the old Fire Raleigh-Durham Church. The Charlotte Observer here reports that they said, we were saddened to hear the news yesterday involving one of our non-pastor employees. Oh, now he's not a pastor. Oh, look at how they did that real quick. We were saddened to hear this news about one of our non-pastor employees in a disorderly conduct incident earlier this month. They said on Instagram, which is a fun place for a church to make a statement. We take these matters very seriously. This behavior is not a reflection of Catch the Fire, our leadership, and its members. So while we are investigating the matter, we immediately suspended Mr. Chalmers, and we have now subsequently accepted his resignation and his sincere, heartfelt apology to everyone involved. I don't think this guy should lose his fucking job for pissing on this woman. You know what I mean? All you got to do is admit that you were drinking and you were like way drunk and you just got up and you pissed. You thought you were, you know, in the bathroom. I don't understand how this simple accident, it's an embarrassing, very gnarly accident. Don't get me wrong, but it is not one that I am above. I believe. I don't think so. I mean, Enny, have you ever been so drunk? I asked this. Did I ask this of you last time? Have you ever been so drunk you pissed on something?
Yeah, and I said I peed in a shoe in front of my mom.
Everyone's got the shoe story. I got a dog bowl in my past. I mean, leave this fucking guy alone. So the update is he was let go from his job and apparently stripped of his pastor stripes. I don't even know what a pastor is. A pastor the one that can still fuck chicks? Does anyone know? pastor can still fuck, right?
Let me find out.
Because the priest is the only one that can't fuck.
Nadav says yes.
Oh, because he's such an authority on Christianity.
I thought it was just priests.
Yeah, priests I think just can't fuck, right?
Yeah, everyone else can.
I don't know though. I mean, give it a Google and see if we can find out if you can real quick before we move forward. I want to check out some listener feedback here too real quick. We'll get to that in the sports actually. That's what it was. But let's take a look at this pastor. Like, see what it says here in terms of the rules. What does that say? Any clue? Any idea? You got a lot there, so I would imagine you're sifting through it.
Says pastors are encouraged
not to fuck.
No, to have a sexual relationship.
They're encouraged to have a sexual relationship, but not encouraged. Don't take your dick out and piss on a plane, because God forbid that you do that. Don't you dare. Does it say anything about pissing on women on there, like in terms of... yeah, it's obviously an embarrassing mistake. I feel like it could have been done by anybody who was alcohol induced. Does it say anything about not being able to drink in there, maybe? Obviously, it's an embarrassing incident. Just suspend the guy. Let it drift away. No one's going to fucking remember. None of those fucking old bitches that go to the fucking Cult and Catch Fire Church or whatever the fuck it's called are going to know. They don't have the internet. They're not, like, reading fucking wacky news, because that's the only place this story comes up in. This isn't, like, hard-hitting. This is only, like, wacky news. Like, the pastor pissed. What does it say? You can drink the wine of the Christ and all that shit, but can you drink like a beer? Can you get like blackout drunk on a fucking plane? I do not know. I don't know much about religion. I apologize. I am no expert. Next up, though, we'll see if we can get more details on that. But next up, I wanted to discuss a case that involves a potential
murder.
And it also involves something that's fun. Cannibalism. Yum, yum. Why not eat a person? I want to get so rich. That I go to a party where they offer me human. Where they're like, we have some, what kind of, do you want an Asian? Or would you like, this is the Middle Eastern section here. You know, like I want to eat a person. That's how successful I want to be someday. But in this case, not a successful sort of situation, but a consensual cannibalism. Yes, the headline reads, an accused cannibal's castrated man in secluded Oklahoma cabin. So it doesn't sound like these are upper crust type folk, if you know what I'm saying. This isn't the 1%ers having one of their cabal-like parties. No, this is just two men in a fucking secluded Oklahoma cabin. At least one of them claiming to be a cannibal of these two men, the two accused of performing an illegal gender reassignment surgery on a victim in a secluded Oklahoma cabin last week. A report said Bob Lee Allen, 53, and Thomas Gates, 42, were charged last Thursday for the alleged castration of a willing 28-year-old man who traveled from Virginia for the procedure. Listen, folks, I can understand wanting to have a gender reassignment surgery, but I don't know. Maybe if your only option is a secluded Oklahoma cabin to get the procedure done, I would just wait and maybe see another option. Maybe just hold on to that dick for a couple more days and just, do a couple more Google searches. Maybe check the white pages or something, because this doesn't seem like the best way to go about it. But obviously, so desperate to lose his penis, this willing 28-year-old man went to this Oklahoma cabin. The victim told police that after the 2-hour surgery, doesn't seem like it should take that long. I don't know. I'm no doctor, but lopping off a dick. I mean, I guess you got the balls too, so you got to tidy all those tubes up. So it's probably a little bit more lengthy than I mean, who am I to judge? Let's listen to what they did here. So the surgery took 2 hours. It occurred last Monday. Allen laughed that he was a cannibal and said he was going to eat the man's testicles, according to a court affidavit obtained by the newspaper. It's something that we have never in my career run across this part of the country seen, says the county sheriff. Okay, that's neither here nor there. I want to know more about eating these balls. The victim told authorities he met Gates and Allen, who claimed to have 15 years experience performing gender reassignment surgeries through a website. Oh yeah, we got 15 years experience. Come on down to our clinic. It's a cabin in Oklahoma. Doesn't seem, I don't know. Am I an idiot? I don't know. I guess I've never wanted my penis off my body that bad. So I understand. Allen also said that he had 6 other clients lined up and that he kept body parts in his freezer. Well, that's always a good sign. That means you're a good doctor. A day after the castration, Allen took the victim to the hospital because the man was bleeding. Oh, no shit. On the way to seek medical help, Allen threatened to dump the injured man into the woods if he passed out. He goes, "Don't you pass out, I'll throw you in the woods." That's what all good doctors do. I remember, when I went in for, I had a, when I went in for my eye surgeries, that's what they said to me too. They're like, if you go blind, we're throwing you in the woods. Hospital personnel alerted police once they arrived, who searched the cabin last Wednesday and found in a freezer what appeared to be testicles. Oh yeah, I think you can figure out what testicles are. What else would they be? What are you confusing that with? It appears that they're testicles. I think you know. Fucking Jesus. What else would it be? Ears? I don't think so. The suspects were charged with performing unlicensed surgery, conspiracy to commit unlicensed surgery, and maiming an assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Bail for each man was set at $295,000. Seems a little low considering they're doctors. I mean, come on, they could pay that easy, right? The newspaper reported that they did not make bail, unfortunately. So I guess not doing that well in the medical field. Have you ever had bull's testicles there, Enny? Have you ever eaten fried testicles before?
I ain't doing that stuff.
You wouldn't eat them just because they're balls?
I just don't. I'm not a fan of eating things just for the sake of eating things.
I trust when I say I am on your side when it comes to that. But I have had to just, I think it was just like a radio stunt. They're like, Josh is going to eat fucking bull balls or whatever. And it just tasted like, you put anything in a deep fryer. That's why I think I could just eat humans. Because it's like you throw anything in a deep fryer and it's like, this just tastes like grease.
I want to try humans. I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to be honest
really
too.
Want to.
I kind of want to also. And I don't want to like kill or farm humans or anything like that. But like, if I'm rich and I go to a party and they're like, this is Illuminati shit, welcome. Here's your robe. Here's your fucking, you get to wear a mask and shit. Here's your eyes wide shut mask. Do you want a little human? And I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to say fucking no to that. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. I'll be like, how did you get this one? Was it through?
Murder.
And they're like, no, we have a farm. We farm all the body parts and everything like that. What body part do you think would be the tastiest on a human?
I want a thigh.
A thigh, like a chicken thigh. Would you eat it like from the ankle, like it's a turkey leg?
Yeah, just grab it like a
fucking savage. Jesus.
Yes. Big bite in it.
I think I'd want a little like steak or something of a, cut it up and like with a fork and knife, real gentlemanly. I don't think I want to eat quite like that.
But where would the cut be from though?
That's a good question. That I don't. I'm going to leave that to the butcher. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave that to the experts. He'll be like, this is from the ass, like the ass could be good. Probably like something from the belly, like pork belly. I don't fucking know. I don't even know where they get it from the cow. So why would I care? I'll be like, hey, dealer's choice, chef, whatever you say. But let's get into the wide world of sports, shall we? Beep, 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 beep. Fuck yeah, we got to put that to like a trap beat. Is that what that's called? Okay. Starting off the sports segment, for all those out there, we just start things off with a gentleman who both had a moment of triumph and then a moment of embarrassing arrest, all on the same day, as a matter of fact. That's right, Tony La Russa. He is a fucking Hall of Famer. He is a World Series champion. He is a world-renowned manager. He's, of course, played... where did he play? He played with the White Sox. I know that. He played with the Kansas City and Oakland Athletics. That's how long ago it was, back in the fucking 60s, before they switched to the Oakland Athletics. He played for the Braves. He played for the Cubs. I thought he played for the White Sox, but I'm just thinking of his early managerial career, because that was his first job as a manager, was with the Chicago White Sox in 1979 till the year I was born, 1986. And then he went to the Oakland A's and coached them and was the manager of the Cardinals. But here in 2020, in the offseason, he has reunited with the Chicago White Sox and has since come back and is now the new manager of the Chicago White Sox. Evidently, he was celebrating, and he got a DUI, excuse me. That's right. He was charged with driving under the influence after he allegedly ran his car into a curb in February, leaving it smoking on the side of the Phoenix area road. It is the second known drunken driving arrest for LaRussa, who in 2007, pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor DUI in Jupiter, Florida. A lot of Jupiter, Florida. That's where Tiger got his. I mean, shit. That's like, celebrities should just stay the fuck away from Jupiter, Florida. A 76-year-old Hall of Famer, long regarded as one of the canniest managers in baseball, LaRussa was hired to lead the White Sox last week after a 9-year absence from the dugout, shocking observers throughout the game. When reached by ESPN on Monday night, LaRussa said, "I have nothing to say," and he hung up the phone. A White Sox spokesman said the organization was aware of the incident. Because this is an active case, we cannot comment further at this time. Turns out they were aware of it immediately, and they didn't care. So this is just more about the arrest. He was very argumentative, apparently. That's another thing the officer said, who had pulled him over and detected a light odor of alcoholic beverage. He had been at dinner, he says, with friends from the Los Angeles Angels, for whom he was working as a special advisor. LaRussa was stopped near a Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, and he told the officer he had hit something and had a tire blowout, according to the affidavit. After a field sobriety test, LaRussa was taken into custody, and the police officer described him as argumentative, as I mentioned. Let's see, because he also... Yeah, so he got pulled over, and he said to the officer, "I'm a Hall of Famer," which I don't know if that works, necessarily. There's a lot of things you could say. I'm a Hall of Famer. He goes, "I'm a Hall of Famer baseball person." That's what he said. Which, I don't know. If I'm the officer, I go, "Oh, well, this guy's lying." You know what I'm saying? Just a senile old man. And what's with old people getting DUIs, by the way? Does that affect, do you think, your BAC a little bit? Is your age? This guy's 76 years old. He got a DUI. His BAC was over the .08 legal limit. LaRussa said he was returning from dinner, as I mentioned. While shuffling through his money and cards, LaRussa twice passed over the license before finally handing it to the officer. He was shuffling through he's like, "Oh, here's a $100 bill. Here's another $100 bill. Oh, weird, a third $100 bill. Here's my license. Back to these $100 bills, by the way. I don't know if those are the license. I don't know." So he's just shuffling through the cards. And LaRussa said he had undergone hip replacement surgery 4 weeks earlier and asked, "Why are we doing the tests?" And the officer said there was an odor of alcohol emanating from LaRussa. When the officer discussed administering the portable breath test, LaRussa said, "I don't trust tests." And according to the report, LaRussa then asked, "What makes you think I don't have control of my facilities?" He agreed to then do the breath test, and he goes, "I'll do it if it gets me out of here." The test registered a .09. Oof, that was what I got on my test, too. I subsequently started crying. Tony LaRussa, he decided to go about it differently. He goes, the officer placed LaRussa under arrest for the DUI. When he was read his Miranda rights, LaRussa said, "I don't know my rights because you told me once I blow into that thing, we'd be done." The officer asked LaRussa if he had any drinks. He replied that he had one glass of wine at dinner. And then before the arresting officer placed him in the vehicle, LaRussa goes, "Do you see my ring?" When asked what he meant, LaRussa answered, "I'm a Hall of Famer baseball person." He continued, "I'm legit. I'm a Hall of Famer, brother. You're trying to embarrass me." "I'm a Hall of Famer, brother" goes down in the pantheons of best quotes ever. That's what I'm going to say to everybody when they give me shit. I'm a fucking Hall of Famer, brother. Once at the highway patrol station near the incident, LaRussa requested a phone call. It's 1:07 a.m. at this point. Around 90 minutes after the arrest, he asked to speak with a supervisor, according to the report. He declined to submit a blood sample to test his BAC. "I will not comply with your test," LaRussa said, according to the report. "I don't trust it, brother." Throwing out brothers like Hulk Hogan up in this fucking police station at this point. The officer received a warrant to draw LaRussa's blood, and the test measured that he was a .095. When reached for comment on Monday night, LaRussa told ESPN, "I got nothing to say," and hung up the phone. We mentioned that earlier. But that is such a fun exchange. I'm a Hall of Famer, brother. Do we have the pictures of him up there? Or have we had them? There he is right there. "I'm a Hall of Famer, brother." That's the old school one. We got his mugshot too, right? There he is nowadays. This is a 76-year-old ass. And then there he is, looking good for 76 in that mugshot. And that's a real, I'm a Hall of Famer, brother look. You know? I'm a Hall of Famer, brother. Trying to embarrass me? This just makes him more of a Hall of Famer, you know? A .09 is nothing. I mean, I had that too. We're both innocent, brother. We're both Hall of Famers. I'm glad he didn't go about it like me, which was, I'm such a shit. I'm so sorry. Another article that's interesting to me is the NFL Players Association is investigating a report that cameras have been installed in the Jets locker room, unbeknownst to the Jets. And I thought that was pretty hinky. I thought that was like, if I'm a Jets player, I'm kind of pissed off. Do you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm not doing anything weird, so who cares? But I mean, obviously you're naked in the fucking locker room, and some people I would think would take umbrage with that sort of thing. But apparently, according to the New York Jets, when they've responded, the New York Jets union rep, Greg Van Rotten, who is a guard on the team, you see the active players, they select a union rep. And Greg Van Rotten is the New York Jets union rep, you understand. And he claims, according to this report, that nobody on the team has a problem with it. So that's pretty interesting to me. I think that's in this report here. Yes. Yeah. No, the quote says here, talking to the guys on the team, nobody cares that there are cameras in there, which is interesting to me. I would kind of care, but again, I wouldn't be doing anything wrong. So once I learned the cameras were there, I'd fuck with them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'd walk around and like swing my dick around in the circle or something and look at the camera, or I'd go like, or something. I don't know. They're in the locker room. That seems a little like invasion of privacy to me, so I might as well fuck with them. He's like, you know, Greg says here, he goes, it's not like they're spying on us. You know what I mean? No, they are. They're totally spying on you. Why else would they have cameras in there? I don't understand the need to have cameras in a fucking locker room. But he claims we all know there are cameras in there. It's no secret. I could have swore a couple Jets came out and thought and found out it was a secret. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them didn't know. It's an ongoing conversation between the Players Association and NFL Management Council regarding that. There are different perspectives on if that's okay and if it's not okay. The players' issue with it is not privacy related. I'll say that. What is it then? He says concern stems from the new COVID-19 protocols and whether the league can use security footage to punish them if they're caught not wearing their masks in the locker room. He said he doesn't believe that there's a lack of trust between the players and the organization. The Players Association already had shared its concerns with the league, and the league responded by saying the Jets and all teams have the right to use cameras. The Jets have not commented. There seems to be a difference of opinion on whether a formal complaint was filed. Van Rotten said he's not sure whether that occurred. The source close to the Players Association said players complained about it and submitted proof. I don't know if a player on our team complained or how it got out there, or where it got. I just know that no one was surprised about it, and I don't think it's unique to the Jets that there are cameras adjacent to and sometimes inside of the locker room. The collective bargaining agreement is a very powerful tool. There are a lot of rights that the teams have, and the jurisdiction gets kind of cloudy as to who has say here. And I think what he means is the Jets is such a shithole organization that there's no shock that they put cameras in there. They're like, no, do you see all the other dumb shit that they do? Adam Gase is our coach. So, of course, we've got cameras in the locker room. We have to see if people are just looking for other jobs and stuff, basically. But no, and I think it's interesting that the players' concerns stem from the new COVID protocol. So, like, you know, say a guy is slacking off with his mask wearing, he can get caught. I mean, I did laundry in my building, right? And I forgot to wear a mask. There was no one in there. And I went in, and all I did was put my clothes from the washer to the dryer. I got an email from my landlord the next day that was like, you were seen in the laundry room without a mask. I was like, what the fuck? Like, there was nobody in there. So clearly this guy is either just monitoring fucking cameras in there, or someone saw me from afar leave the laundry room without a mask. I don't know. But I was like, well, that's fucked up. I thought that was kind of fucked up. Would you think it's fucked up if Tom put cameras in the studio here? Like, not cameras that we have already. I'm saying security cameras to like spy on you.
I feel like he already does.
I think we do, actually.
Yeah. I feel like
those little rings.
No, I feel like he has ones that we don't know about.
Oh, really?
But that's just me. I've always had that since I was a kid. I feel like there's cameras everywhere, always watching.
You've always had that paranoia?
Yeah.
And so you reacted accordingly. I mean, that's a fine way to live, especially in today's world. You might as well have that paranoia. There's cameras on every corner. There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does it prevent you from committing acts that you would normally maybe be enticed to commit?
No, definitely not. If anything, it's made me desensitized to them. It's like kind of like I'm just gonna live my life. I mean, cameras are always watching me anyway, so.
I just didn't know if like you come into work and you're like, I would have acted this way if I didn't think there were cameras on me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm pretty genuine in what I do. I mean, sometimes I don't do things that people like, but I'm not afraid of them seeing it. You know, like I'm me.
Yeah, I always was like, you want to like, same with like, you know, they always like, they're looking at your phones, they're staring through your phone. I'm like, if someone wants to see me jerk off on my phone, then go for it. You know what I mean? Have at it, FBI. You want to see my dick? It's all up in my phone. Go for it.
You're not one of those people that puts the little tape on the
Hell no.
on the top of the laptop.
No. You want to fucking look at me live my shitty life? Then please, by all means. You're just wasting your own time, if you ask me. You said Enny, though. I wanted to bring this up because I was going to make Tony La Russa our queef of the week, you see? But I kind of pivoted away from that because I thought he was kind of cool.
Queef of the week.
So you know what? I'm going to make that police officer the queef of the week. What do you say? Yeah, you did your job. You arrested a guy who drove drunk. Well, fuck you. He's a Hall of Famer, brother. You're the queef of the week. Ruben's wife. But Enny has told me that we have gotten some more queef submissions, so I thought maybe we could go over those, since after all, that police officer is our, of this week's
Queef of the week.
Just getting all the queefs out there. So Enny, let's hear some of these queefs.
You got it, brother. Hold on, let me
Queef,
put
queef,
this.
queef, queef,
go.
queef. All my plus 18 queefs out there. Let's go. I'm glad it double played. We needed it both ways. Nice little, gave it some body. But okay, so tell me this. Give me the fucking rundown here. Who is
So-
it? What position is she in? Was it post fucking? What's the deal? Do we know all the statistics?
This just says it's Christopher's girlfriend.
Christopher got his girlfriend. I wonder if she knows, or if this was just like one night she was sleeping and her pussy was snoring, and he was like, "I'm gonna record it."
I'm pretty sure all of these, if I remember the emails right, they all said that all of them can do it on command.
They
this
all
is
said.
recorded.
So these are multiple. So who
Yeah.
was that first one? Play that again without the double play.
This is Christopher's girlfriend.
Christopher's girlfriend. Damn, that one had some power behind it. That was like a Binford a tool. It was like there was a gust. I mean, that was less like flappy lips and more just like real push behind it. I'm going to guess Christopher's girlfriend. This is just me throwing it out there. I could be wrong. It's complete speculation based off your queef. I'm going to say tight pussy. I'm going to say Christopher's very happy man. All right, let's hear another one.
This one's from Danny, straight from Danny.
Ooh, that's cute.
It's a little whisper.
That was a cute one. I like that one.
You want it
Oh,
again?
that one made me smile. I'm like in love with this girl now. Aw. Aw. Now, is it Danny D-A-N-I or Danny like D-A-N-N-Y?
That is D-A-N-I, and apparently we follow her on Instagram.
Oh,
Well,
I know exactly who this is then.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you and Nadav follow on Instagram.
I don't know if I'm talking tales out of school by saying this, but I do believe this is the same Danny that submitted to the Make Josh Come contest.
Oh, actually, yeah, it might be. That might be her.
So if you are well aware of YMH lore, or if you're not, you can always go back and review. I believe it's on the YMH Clips channel, which is something you should subscribe to as well. But you can go see she's a member of the contest if you'd like to go take a look. I do believe. I mean, if it's the same one. And that is how I'd imagine her pussy would sound in a queef. So I'm going to connect those dots. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But nevertheless, we have others, you say.
This one is Jesse's girlfriend.
Jesse's girlfriend.
Name's Devin.
Oh my.
Do you love it?
Do you love it? Fucking yeah. That was Jesse's girl. I wish that I queefed like Jesse's girl. Dun, 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 dun. What's her name? Devin?
Yeah, her name's Devin.
Can you play that one again? That was a long one. That was like our long fart that we heard on YMH last week.
Got it right here.
Ready? Yeah. Oh, I'm so nervous. It's coming out.
It's coming. Oh my God. That one we need to put at the end of the intro. 100%. Oh my God. Did you hear that? I've never heard a long one before. And that one, again, I'm going to go Jesse, tight pussy. There's only one way it could be that long because it's getting clogged up inside the tightness. I'm no Dr. Drew, but, I'm just guessing. Don't you think? But thank you for all the queefs. Was there any more?
Bro, we got 5 more.
We got 5 more? Oh, what a day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
This next one's from Juliana.
Juliana. Oh, a little bit of a repeater there. Like a fucking automatic weapon. Like a little Let's hear it again. Damn, it's like it's gasping for air, It's like it's like it's drowning almost. Keep them going, baby. What's next?
This one is Justin's wife.
Justin's wife. Did you play that twice or did it just do it twice?
That was twice. It did it twice.
It did it twice. It sounds like, again, it is trying to suck something up, doesn't it? These are reverse queefs. These are like the vagina's breathing in.
Yeah, it's literally breathing.
It's like it's inhaling air and then spitting it out.
I'm going to play it again.
It's a little gurgle. It's such an odd sound. It's like bleep blorp. Man, it's trying to communicate with us. Keep them going. They're getting more odd now.
This one's Kyle's wife.
Kyle's wife. Oh my Lord. Was that post jizz inside?
Actually, yeah.
Does it say that?
Yeah.
Am I the smartest man alive or what? I'm the smartest man alive. That definitely had liquid in it. And I'm like, that's got to be post-ejaculation. So Kyle's wife took a load inside, and then, after you chug a beer, sometimes you go, blip, you belch. And that's what the old pussy did. That was a pussy belch after it consumed a pint of beer, if you will. Let's hear it again. Yeah, you hear that bubbling? That's the jizz. What else we got? I love assessing the queefs. It's a real queef detective moment here.
Next is Laney Joe.
Laney Joe. Ooh, that one got when you fart and you're like, I just got to fart, and then at the end there's a little shit and you're like, oh boy, you shart a little bit. That was what that was, a queef shart. There was a little something that came out at the end there. Got a little got a little dicey at the end. All right, that was Laney Joe.
Rachel's friend.
Rachel's friend was peculiar.
Yeah, that one to me sounded possibly fake.
Yeah, because it was more of a snore. But I'm not going to deny the fact that maybe Rachel's friend, she has a little bit of a dry day, and it was inhaling like those other ones were. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? And you got a little bit of a flappation going on there. I'm not going to discount it and say that it's fake. I'm going to hope that everybody is submitting real, authentic queefs. So far, they've sounded wildly authentic, and I didn't know we'd get such a variety. I'm so impressed with all of you, I've got to say. I'm very impressed. Keep them. All I can say is keep them coming. This show will just turn into the Queef Hotel at this point. Shit. We can't do the other fucking name anymore. It's the Josh Potter Show now, but I'll just make it this whole thing about, you don't want me to talk about sports? Great. We'll just assess queefs for an hour if I have to. So keep them coming. Again, the new email is Josh Potter's show at ymhstudios.com. And that was it, right? We don't have any others.
That was it. That's all we had.
That's all we have. Oh boy, we really ran the gamut there of a multitude of queefs there. Let's check in some other viewer feedback before we get to what I wanted to do in terms of a little fun game you can play at home, or just a little something we can do outside of the show. But this comes to us by way of Caroline. I have a serious bone to pick with y'all for referring to the poster child of the NFL and the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks as Russell Wilson. It is the only thing I can think of now when I'm watching the game. Well, that's what happens when you're sus. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna if you're gonna be sus, we're gonna call you out. Isn't that right, Enny?
That's right.
And
you sus, you get busted.
If you sus, you get busted. What's up? I don't think that was that good, but this comes to us by way of Adam. I don't like watching sports, but I enjoy hearing you talk about sports. Well, that's nice, Adam. Some don't. You aren't giving us play-by-play of the games, just talking about which athletes are bleepists and which ones went to Harvard. Exactly, Adam. He gets it. Yeah, I'm happy that, I don't know if Adam beeped the word, but I'm glad that you beeped it. Of course, I'm talking about the word. Some other listener feedback here. Nathan says, "What are your thoughts on talking college ball? I'm not much of an NFL fan, so I understand if you're not much of a college fan." Here's the thing about me with college football, I'll say. There was a time when I followed it and things like that, and then I went to college, and I went to a small Jesuit college that didn't have football, and I regretted that. So I don't have really a team, and I kind of float around. I go from team to team, but also as I've aged, it's become difficult to root for children in college. It just is. It's just weird to me. And the disparity in talent is odd. Like some teams will just destroy other teams. So I'll watch college in terms of, I'll watch it for the prospects that are going to go to the NFL. And I hope at some point I don't age to the point where I start watching the NFL and I go, look at these children in the NFL. Because it's starting to get to that point. You know what I mean? Where like, I go, yay, he scored. Oh my God. You're so great. I love you. And then I'm like, oh, this guy's like 12 years younger than me. It's a little weird that I'm like, you're so good. I can't believe it. We discussed the asses last week, Enny, which asses were clean and which were dirty in the NFL. I was really sad that you missed out on that discussion because I feel like you could have offered us some insight, on whether or not an ass was clean or not.
How would I be able to know, though? I don't know any of the names.
It's an aesthetics thing. You get a vibe. You know what I mean? So like when we were looking at pictures of them, I thought you would be back there and you'd be like,
no, that's a nice ass.
You know what I'm saying? But this gentleman says, the cleanest ass would be Larry Fitzgerald. He got a big old booty and is a consummate professional. I did think about Larry Fitzgerald. Here's the one little caveat I'll throw in there. A little wrench in the works, if you will. I think Larry Fitzgerald is a toss-up because he is a consummate professional and he's a gentleman and he is but he is getting to become an elderly man in terms of NFL standards go. How old is Larry Fitzgerald? Can you type in Larry Fitzgerald age? There he is right there. What do you think of there's one of his booty right there, dead center. We got a big, nice little booty shot right there. Now it's in the top right. Look at that caboose right there. What do you think, Enny? Clean or dirty?
He looks like a clean man. I'm pretty sure he's doing what he needs to do.
His hair is a little like, whatever, but that takes, you see him in suits and shit and you're like, that's it. And you're like, yeah, I can definitely get my mouth on that.
Wait, what's up?
That's a nice ass.
Can you type in the age of Larry Fitzgerald? Because he's older, especially for the NFL. He has been playing in the NFL for, I believe, like 14 seasons. He's 37 years old. How long has he been playing in the league, does it say? When did he get drafted?
2004 NFL draft.
He got drafted in 2004, and he's a receiver. That means he was in the same class as Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger. He was in that class, and he's still playing at the age of 37 in the receiver position. And he spent the entire time, of course, with the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, there was the receivers are a toss-up position. Most of them divas, so they probably have clean asses. But on occasion, as I said last week, I think there are some outliers like Keenan Allen. I believe if you came across him, you'd be like,
Damn, that ass is stinky.
Just theorizing, of course, and you can always let us know. The only player that I can think of that has talked specifically about rectal hygiene is Packers wide receiver Davante Adams. This coming to us by way of Nathan. Direct quote, wash your hands, wash your butts. So Davante Adams has a clean ass. It's definitive. We need more statements like that to come out. I don't know if we can make an appeal to the NFL Players Association that I feel like every player needs to assess whether or not their ass is clean or dirty and put it on the playing cards. Put it right there, height, weight, clean ass. You know what I'm saying? I want them all there, all the statistics. And then, so here's the thing I wanted to end the show on, and it involves the Buffalo Bills, who are just lighting up the NFL. Josh Allen, after lighting up the Seahawks, was named AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And during that game, it was quite the rout, racking up 415 yards, 280 in the first half. Chef kiss. But because around the country, the Buffalo Bills doing the best they've done in 20 plus years, people are opening their eyes to it. And the Cool Guy Club on Instagram, an account that often has very funny things, and they share it with us here at the studio. They shared this little thing with me, and it's a random text message. A person just randomly texting a 716 number says, "Hey person, you watching the Bills right now?" And they write back, "Yes, who is this?" And they reply, "Just some guy who texts random 716 numbers to make sure everyone possible is watching the Buffalo Bills tonight. Go Bills." And then the person, I can't see what they replied with. What does it say at the bottom?
They said, "Hell yeah, let's go."
So a positive reply. Now, I thought we could use our roach powers here at the new Josh Potter show. And we can use our little roach powers out there, all my little roaches, above 18 roaches. I thought, why not make the plea? Because if you like me, you know that I'm very happy with the way the Buffalo Bills are going. Spread that happiness, spread that joy. 716 is the area code. Let's see if you text a random number, what their reaction is. And don't text anything mean. Text only positive vibes regarding the Buffalo Bills. And I guarantee you, if I know anything about Buffalo, I guarantee you if you text positive Buffalo Bills things to a random number, you won't get like, who is this, or ghosted or anything. You will get a reply that is also they can't help it. So I'm just curious if what I think rings true. And if you do this, do screen grab it and let me know. Send it on over to the new email. The new email is joshpottershow@ymhstudios.com. Let me repeat that. It is joshpottershow@ymhstudios.com. So send us over the screen grabs if you do text a random Bills fan and they reply. I would love to see how they react to your adoration of the Buffalo Bills. You don't even really have to like the Buffalo Bills. Just be encouraging. Be nice. I'll root for your team if they're doing good, unless you're a fucking horrible New England Patriots fan, in which case I hope you die in a fire. But other than that, I'll root for your fucking teams. The Jets got fucking cameras in their locker room. I think that's hilarious. So, the Bills are top of the AFC East. Belle of the ball. Let everyone know that you appreciate them and that you're excited for the folk of Buffalo. That's all I'm saying. But thank you for coming to the newly named Josh Potter Show. I appreciate it. Again, thank you for dealing with us through some ebbs and flows, some changes. The show is new, and we are going to hit a few speed bumps along the way. Continue to let us know how you like it. I love all the feedback that we read today. I can't wait to read some more. And I do hope that you continue to rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes and all of that. Keep commenting on the YouTube videos and give us a subscribe there. Other than that, thank you so much for everything. Keep the queefs coming, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for joining us on the Josh Potter Show.